What's good, gang? I hope you're having a great day. I know you've probably seen the documentary on Netflix with Mackenzie Shirilla. Well, this video's got a whole bunch of comments saying there's a whole bunch of details in here that Netflix seemed to have left out. A lot of people are saying in the comments that Netflix is trying to paint her as a victim. I don't know, so I guess this is all the details Netflix didn't want you to know.
17-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla, her 20-year-old boyfriend Dominic, and their friend Davion are on their way to a high school party. With Mackenzie's 18th birthday in just 2 days, the group has decided to go out and celebrate. But what seems like a normal night out will in a few hours turn into one of Ohio's most disturbing mysteries. At around 2 a.m., Mackenzie and Dominic are seen smoking at the party, and at one point, Mackenzie reportedly offers the host of the party psychedelic mushrooms. This was unlike Mackenzie, as her friends had never seen her use a substance before, let alone pass them around. At 3:30 a.m., the group leaves the party and drives to another friend's place across town. There, they hang out for a little over an hour watching South Park. By 5 a.m., Mackenzie decided it was time to go home. Strangely, she asked to drive instead of Dominic. This was unusual, but Dominic agreed. Additionally, when Davion asked for a ride, Mackenzie refused to let him in the car. After an argument, Dominic convinced her to take Davion home. All three of them would get in the car, sealing their own fate. At the intersection between Pearl and Progress Drive, CCTV spots the car making a turn off course from Davion's house. Instead of driving along Pearl Drive, the car turns onto Progress Drive, a road that ends abruptly with a brick wall. CCTV would spot the car rapidly start accelerating, going from a calm 30 to over 90 miles per hour. In the very last seconds, an intense turn would take place, leading the car to narrowly avoid slamming into a tree, but it would be too late, and the car would speed into the brick wall. The crashed car would remain undiscovered for 45 minutes, until 6:15 a.m., when a passerby on a motorcycle would discover the destroyed vehicle. About 10 minutes later, law enforcement would arrive, and through their body cams, we can witness the horrific discovery they would make.
No one's breathing. Bust that window out.
Alright.
Oh my God. Who can hear my voice? Who's in here? Drivers. Radio, Hey, this is bad, guys. She's alive. We got to get her out. Here, all right. Reach up and unlock this door.
Let me see your knife. Let's cut this thing out. There you go. I don't feel anything. I don't feel a pulse.
She's breathing. It's her stomach. Her stomach's coming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We got two that are gone.
Yeah.
Okay. I know. Jesus Christ. This is the worst I've ever seen. How old is Dominic Caruso? 17? 19? Rest in peace, buddy.
So the first difference I've seen between this and Netflix was this one says that her friend says it's unusual for her to be using, right? That's one. Two, she insisted on driving, so I'm guessing she normally drives. I don't remember, or he normally drives. I don't remember Netflix saying anything about that. And keep that in mind that she didn't want Davion to come for the ride. Remember that. She insisted on him not coming. And then also, they didn't say that the car was sitting there for 45 minutes before anybody discovered it.
Inside the car, officers quickly confirmed two victims as deceased, 20-year-old Dominic in the front passenger seat and 19-year-old Davion in the back. But one person has survived. the driver, Mackenzie Shirilla. As medics and firefighters rush to tend to the victims, investigators begin trying to understand how such a devastating crash could have happened. That's when they start uncovering alarming details.
It looks like they even went off the road up there.
They did.
But I mean, if you're hitting a building that hard, I just can't believe all the people that work up here, that are up here all night long, no one heard.
They're in factory type settings.
Yeah, well.
And it's dark over there.
That's insane though. Once they get her out, I'll go over to this building because I think there's a camera on the front of that building. I don't know if it's working, but I can always ask.
As authorities work to save Mackenzie, the man who initially called 911 to report the incident arrives on the scene to give his side of the story.
Appreciate you giving us a call.
Yeah. Someone in it, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So.
That's a bummer. I didn't want to get stuck, and I'm like, I ain't fucking. I don't know what's going on.
Right. No, I appreciate you giving us a call. Absolutely appreciate it.
They fucking were hitting it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, because I saw that front end.
They definitely hit it hard.
Fucking destroyed.
Right.
All right. Well, what a way to start your Sunday. I guess better than theirs, huh?
Right. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
Officers would file the crash as an accident, stating that the driver appeared to have attempted to steer off course but was unable to regain control. Mackenzie was diagnosed with a condition known as POTS, which can cause dizziness and fainting, something officers believed may have contributed to the crash. The presumption was that a combination of Mackenzie's medical condition and drug use had likely led to the tragic crash. However, one detail worried officers. There were no signs of braking anywhere, and officers would soon begin to discover why.
I've personally been told that she did voodoo on him.
She was scared that she was going to make him crash the day before the actual crash.
So I feel like that's what she was trying to do, was crash the car into the wall.
As police continue gathering evidence from the crash site, one officer heads to the hospital to speak with Mackenzie's parents. At this point, all they know is that their daughter was in a serious accident.
Oh, God, help me. What'd they tell you?
Nothing.
Okay, she was life flighted here.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
Okay. No. You want to sit down?
Oh, my God.
Wait to say this. There's progress in Alameda, car into a building. 2 are deceased in the vehicle. Daughter's driving.
Who died?
I don't know whether, but there's one that we don't know. His name's Jacob. Does anyone know a Jacob?
Dom?
No, stop. Let him talk.
Guys, I know, we've been dealing with this. Your daughter's okay. She's talking to us. I talked to her, okay? Your daughter's alive, okay? Your daughter's alive. She was driving me, okay?
Who's that? Jacob and who?
I think, what's the name you said?
Dom?
Might be.
Stop.
Oh, my God.
Stop.
What's his relation to you? Okay, yeah, then Dom was in the car.
Stop. Oh my God. What? Are you kidding me?
It's right now, it's ongoing investigation. Speed is definitely a factor. So are drugs.
Dom is dead? Dom is dead? Is that what you're saying to me? Look at me. Is Dom dead?
There's no always way for me to say anything right now, man.
Dom,
This is a serious situation.
Dom with curly. I thought the same Dom. Maybe it's a different Dom. It could be a different Dom. Might be a different Dom.
What's that?
Does she know about their third?
No, not at all. But we're gonna keep it that way for. Okay, she's getting worked on now. Okay. Full transparency here. There's drugs in the car. She had a bag of mushrooms on her and a scale. Full transparency, guys. I'm sorry, I'm ripping the Band-Aid off. Okay. Drugs in the car.
So she was awake, but not awake. So she was like not.
In and out of consciousness. Should be fully extracted from the vehicle. IFD. I know she has a severe leg injury. Like I said, she was speaking, and she had her seatbelt on.
Mackenzie was the only one in the car wearing a seatbelt, which was why she was the sole survivor. If her intention had been suicide, it's unlikely she would have taken that precaution. This detail would later become important to the investigation.
Yeah, that probably saved her life. 100% saved her life.
She had a seatbelt on. Oh.
I don't believe the others did.
Mackenzie's parents would take the news relatively well, relieved their daughter had survived. But officers...
Okay, so I'm not sure. Did they ever say anything on the documentary about her being the only one wearing a seatbelt? Huh. Keep that in mind. Not for nothing, I'm gonna say, bro, did you notice that the parents weren't phased at all when they mentioned anything about drugs being in the car? Like, they weren't even phased. And then watching the Netflix documentary, right? Like, like, all right, so I'm gonna put it like this. You shouldn't be friends with your kids. Like, yeah, you should have a great relationship with them, right? But you should never cross that boundary. Like, at the end of the day, like, I am mom, I am dad, right? Like, have a good relationship with them, but you should never be friends with them. You shouldn't get high with them. You shouldn't tell them it's okay. I smoke myself, right? But I'd be dead if I just let my kids do it. Like, no. Like, we're cool, but we're not cool like that, okay? You gotta set boundaries, otherwise your kids think they could do whatever they want. They can walk all over you. Just, yeah. Put it this way, my mother was a single parent, and she was my friend, and I've been down and everything.
Has now faced a much harder task, telling Dominic's parents. Remember, at this point, they didn't even know their son had been in an accident, let alone that he had passed away.
Hi, Christine. Hey, can I talk to you real quick? Yeah. There was an incident that we believe Dominic may be involved.
What?
Both Davion and Dominic are deceased.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Christine.
Oh
God!
Sit down.
Oh God!
Just sit down.
Oh my God!
Go ahead, take a seat. So,
You know what time it happened?
no, we don't. Right now, what we do know 100% is somebody called it in, somebody passing by at around 6:15, 6:30.
Oh, did what? The car was just smashed somewhere?
Yeah, so what it appears that happened is they were going westbound on Progress from Pearl Road. They went...
Right here in Strongsville?
Yeah, in Strongsville. That business that's right on Alameda, right where Progress ends, that's dead ends right there. They hit that building. They hit the sign out front, and then they hit the building.
Did they fall asleep at the wheel or something?
Don't know. We don't know that. We don't know that.
So 2 kids are dead, my son's dead, another kid's dead, and the girl's in the hospital?
She's in surgery right now.
Oh my God, huh, Chris?
I mean, another family member or friend or anybody that you might want us to call on your behalf?
No. This is a fucking nightmare. Hey, somebody called in at 6:30 in the morning?
Between 6:15
6:15, 6:30, yeah.
Came upon it, passing it by.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is fucking horrible. She was in her car?
It was in Mackenzie's car, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is she naked or you guys don't know?
We right now we don't know. She's in surgery right now, so we don't know. So
what a fucking nightmare.
3 weeks would pass, time that Mackenzie would spend in the hospital recovering. Her condition would improve significantly, eventually allowing her to leave and return to her normal life. The community mourned the tragic loss of Dominic and Davion and expressed sympathy for Mackenzie, who had just gone through the trauma of losing both her boyfriend and a close friend. But soon, strange things about Mackenzie would start to surface. In the weeks that followed, it seems Mackenzie thought everyone concluded the crash as a tragic accident and nothing further. Mackenzie would never attend Dominic or Davion's funerals. On social media, she would brag about her drug use, claiming she could, quote, do more drugs than anyone and still live. And then, on October 31st, 2022, Mackenzie would go to her first party since the crash, and her costume for the night would be a detailed corpse with fake blood smeared across her mouth. Mackenzie's parents even went public to defend her outfit, saying she, quote, deserved to have some fun after the accident. There also appeared to be a mysterious source of income. Mackenzie was spending thousands of undocumented dollars on designer clothing, and she wasn't hiding it either, openly bragging about it online. But lucky for Mackenzie, this strange behavior still wasn't enough for police to launch a full investigation. However, that would all change when Dominic's family came to the police with a video taken from Dominic's phone. A clip recorded just 10 days before the crash, one that would change everything. At this point, officers already had a growing list of suspicions about Mackenzie, but it would be one video submitted by Dominic's parents and filmed by Dominic himself just 10 days before the crash that would turn the entire case on its head.
Dom, if you do not open, you think I'm joking. You think I'm joking. Like, I'm dead ass. You're gonna come open this door right now, or there's gonna be a serious problem.
This was a short snippet from a 15-minute video where Mackenzie clearly and continuously threatens Dominic. But this wasn't all. Dominic's family would show even more disturbing material, including text messages confirming she had threatened to kill Dominic. This was enough for officers to reopen the case, now investigating it as a planned double homicide.
At this point, this is a homicide investigation, and so we are trying to show that she intentionally drove the car into the wall.
Shortly after the investigation began, police would begin interviewing several of Mackenzie Shirilla's friends, family members, and individuals from the community. This would prove to be very insightful. Officers would first bring Tyler, Mackenzie's former boyfriend, in. Unfortunately, his accounts would only serve to deepen their concerns.
You understand, you're not under arrest.
Yeah.
You walk out anytime you want. We have approximately 10 questions that we wanted to ask you. How long were you guys in a relationship, you and her?
Well, we were all friends in a friend group at first. I ended up dating her for a little bit, probably over the summer. I was only dating her for probably a month and a half or 2 months. And then me and Dom found out that she was cheating on us basically, but it wasn't anything official, so it wasn't no hard feelings with whatever happened. I just kind of was after me and Dom found out about that, we didn't have no problems with each other or nothing, but they were on and off, and I kept on talking to her still while they were on and off, because we were all still in the friend group and stuff. So, and then we kind of just stopped being intimate, you know what I'm saying? We were just friends.
So, describe the relationship. What was she like as your girlfriend?
I didn't really have much with her relationship-wise because we didn't date that long, but friend-wise, she was crazy.
She mentally just not all there? I mean,
yeah, I don't think she's just mentally all there. I personally feel like she was trying to kill herself in that crash, and she failed on doing so.
Why did Dom put up with this? Do you know?
I've personally been told that she did voodoo on him. She has told people that she's put a spell on him so that he couldn't break up with her, that she had grabbed a piece of his hair, and that she had a doll in her room for Dom, and that she had literally put a spell on him, is what she would tell everyone. And she truly believed in that kind of stuff. And she also uses the pendulum, I know too, to try to get answers. She tries to use it now to talk to Dom.
Do you think Mackenzie has it in her to drive a car into a wall? I mean, if you guys speculate that she did it on purpose, do you think she has it in her?
I feel like if she thinks that she can just drive the car into the wall and not feel nothing, I feel like the only reason she survived is because of how small she is. I feel like she got insanely lucky, but at the same time, not lucky to have survived that, because it's she killed 2 people if that was what she was trying to do. But it's I feel like that's what she was trying to do, was crash the car into the wall.
By now, a far darker picture of Mackenzie's actions was beginning to take place. This is when 2 friends who had attended the party would come forward to police, claiming they had evidence that, in their view, proved the crash was no accident at all.
I just want to show you.
Oh no, explain it.
So this is when they were going down Progress Drive, and then you know how there was tire tracks before it, on that side grass. So that's the sign.
That's when it hits the sign.
And then that's where she curved exactly right on.
Gotcha.
Missed those 2 rocks and went right into the sign, the side of it. She went right into that wall.
Right.
No, so you can see the hard braking was right at the wall, and then her high speed
was after the hard braking.
Was 90 miles per hour.
It looks like the person in the front seat tried to turn the wheel because of the fact they were going to go straight into a wall. And it doesn't say she hard broke once. It was 90 miles per hour down that whole road. And I also think because of Kenzie's and Dominic's history, that they were fighting. I think Davion went on his phone to distract himself from the fighting. Although they were on drugs, they can also still be fighting with being on drugs.
While the statements were deeply concerning, investigators still didn't have enough concrete evidence to determine Mackenzie's intent. Without a documented pattern of behavior, it was still possible the crash had been a drug-induced accident. But that changed during an interview with Dominic's brother, who provided detectives with crucial information about Dominic and Mackenzie's turbulent relationship. The following video includes talk of self-harm. Viewer discretion is advised.
You mentioned that anytime Dom would kind of want to break up with her, she kind of would go crazy. Describe crazy, like what kind of crazy?
Like, there is times where she called Dom and said, if you break up with me, I'm going to word for word. There was an instance literally a couple days before the crash that she was hitting him on the highway while driving, and he had to pull his car over on the side of the highway, not in a very safe parking spot either, and have somebody else come pick them up and drive the car home because he was scared that she was going to make him crash. And that was just prior to the day before the actual crash.
Apparently, just days before the crash, Mackenzie had threatened Dominic's life, saying she would crash the car they were in. Dominic's brother continued the interview by giving officers a compelling motive for why the crash may have been intentional.
You're going 94 miles an hour. You don't have a very fast car to begin with. You were stomping that gas pretty much that whole entire time. There's no brake marks on the street at all. Even before the hit, you would think that some type of instinct would kick in and slam on the brakes. But to my knowledge, she went straight into it. Off of what I know and off my assumptions, Dom tried to break up with her multiple times, even in July. They kept not working out, whatever. They kept making back up. Kenzie's known to be the kind of person that she's let us know she will never let go of Dom. And if she has to let go of Dom, she will not go on living herself. She's pretty much let that be known.
Yo, have you guys ever seen the movie Fatal Attraction? I remember watching that with my grandmother when I was like 6, 7 years old, bro. And yo, Netflix never said that dude in red was an ex-boyfriend. They never said that. Did you hear Dom's mom, dude? That's so sad. And then the dad, you ever get such bad news and you're in such shock that you're just you're numb at the moment? You just don't feel it? You understand what's going on, but it's just not real. Everything's just whoa, wait, whoa, what? No parent should ever have to bury their child.
Mackenzie's actions after the crash were also of concern to police. On August 6th, only a week after the incident, police would be called to Mackenzie's house by her father. There, he would make concerning statements. While there is no footage of the incident, the officer that was called out would retell the strange incident in an interview.
Sarge, I want to ask you first about August 6th. If you recall, that's the day you guys were dispatched to Mackenzie Shirilla room. Can you tell me about that day?
So we were dispatched up to the room for a disturbance. Once we arrived up on the room, she was upset with her dad. We asked the dad to step out. And we're trying to calm him down. And he's like, you guys probably know who I am. At one point in the conversation, he's like, I feel like my daughter needs a psych evaluation. And he's like, because she's not, thinking clearly and word for word what he said. I don't recall every word that he said. He was pretty hysterical. He was pretty upset. She was upset with her dad because, she wanted the lady to go to the funerals.
During this interaction, it became clear that Mackenzie was deeply upset with her father. Despite creating a shrine for Dominic, regularly posting on his Facebook memorial page, and wearing his clothes, her father hadn't allowed her to attend Dominic's funeral. It appeared that Mackenzie was truly mourning his death. But around this time, police managed to gain access to her phone. What they uncovered didn't just explain her mysterious source of income, it also hinted at something far more disturbing. After decrypting Mackenzie's phone, investigators discovered several photos of her posing with large sums of cash, despite having no documented job or known source of legitimate income. They also found fake IDs, seemingly intended to help her pass as an adult. But most concerning was a Snapchat conversation dated July 22nd, 2022, in which Mackenzie quoted $1,000 for pictures and $2,500 for an in-person meeting to do, quote, anything you want. Taken together, the materials painted a deeply troubling picture. On top of this, her phone revealed numerous examples of reckless driving. Videos showed her speeding, smoking marijuana behind the wheel, recording Snapchats while distracted, crashing during a practice run and laughing about it, letting go of the steering wheel, and even bragging about driving recklessly. But in November, detectives would discover evidence far beyond any reasonable doubt. After analyzing Mackenzie's phone location data, investigators were able to retrace her movements in the days leading up to the crash. That's when they made a dark discovery. Just days before the incident, Mackenzie had driven down the exact same road 7 times, heading straight towards the same brick wall. She had practiced the route.
Bro, okay. So, first off, they never said anything about, like, a whole bunch of money and her selling herself. They definitely didn't say that. I thought her friend was the one that was had a decent following on TikTok, right? They never said anything about anybody calling the cops, let alone it being her own parents, and then her father saying she needed a psych eval. I don't remember any of that. If I'm bugging, please let me know down in the comments if I'm bugging. And then on top of everything, they definitely did not say that she practiced that route 7 times. I don't remember that at all. I think what happened is they've been arguing for a minute. He's been trying to break up with her. Something happened, right? She wanted to leave. She was going to do it. She insisted on driving. Dom didn't feel right. Hey, yo, Davion, tell him you need a ride. Please come with us. Or, maybe she won't do nothing with you in the car. I bet you they all had their belt on to begin with. She made the turn. Where you going? The argument started. Oh, you don't think I'll do it? Now she's got to show her ass, right? And I feel like that's how the argument started. She thought she was going to do it. I bet you she didn't think everybody was going to. I bet you she wanted it, but didn't really want it. And then when they took their belts off to try to stop her, maybe too late by then. You know what I mean? I feel like that's something along the lines of what happened.
Officers believed they had gathered enough evidence to prove Mackenzie had planned the murders. On November 4th, 2022, more than 3 months after the incident, officers were dispatched to arrest 18-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla.
Yes! Right back there, pal. Hi, Mackenzie. Step out for me. I'm Detective Jesus. I'm the one who's been investigating the crash.
Disgusting.
You're under arrest for aggravated murder ×2, okay? Nobody's gonna ask you any questions. Nobody's gonna bother you. Can I have your key, please?
Could you please be careful taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet, please?
You got it.
I heard she only got 15 years to life. She's gonna be out in 15. No, maybe not.
Recording. Mounted. Wi-Fi connected.
At least not her first parole hearing. She ain't gonna get out. Not the first one.
Stand right by that black net.
What's your first name?
Should be out one day.
Okay, Mackenzie, I'm gonna take your handcuffs off. I need all the jewelry and everything to come off, okay?
I can't wear any of it.
No, I need you to take it off while you're in jail right now.
Mackenzie's parents would soon find out about her arrest and immediately drive to the police station and desperately confront the police. But it would all be too late.
I need to speak to my daughter because you guys aren't allowed to speak to her at all. That's from the Lord. All you guys did this on the weekend is just, well, all you have to do is go, hey, there's a warrant for her. We would have brought her right down here with no problem. much hit it. Unbelievable. I mean, she's 18.
So the warrant was issued today, so we had...
Well, you could have made a phone call, couldn't you? You had your creeper out in front of my yard watching.
So, she can't take any, she's an adult, she can't take any phone calls right now.
Okay, well, I still need to speak to my daughter, so she understands whatever, not to say anything to you guys. I mean, if you had to roll out the whole mask to pick up an 18-year-old girl who can hardly walk out of a hospital visit, it's just beyond.
Hardly walk, but she's doing all this stuff, driving, getting lit while she's driving, taking TikToks. Not for nothing, bro. Why you want special treatment for your daughter, bro? You contributed to this.
So we follow the law, that's what we're doing today.
Yep. Am I going to be allowed to have a 2-minute conversation with her?
You cannot talk to her while she's here.
Why doesn't she get a phone call? If you arrest her, why don't she get a phone call?
She was just brought in. They're going to process her. As soon as they get the time for her to make a phone call, she will be able to make a phone call.
She's a lawyer. She does have a lawyer.
She is 18 years old and she could speak that.
Yeah, but she's a dumb 18-year-old that just turned 18. And these guys are going to take advantage of her. She's not allowed to speak to you guys. I'm telling you that.
Her attorney can call us.
Don't ask her any questions. She's not allowed to speak.
Her parents don't want Mackenzie to talk and demand a lawyer is present. Mackenzie is going to need that lawyer, as she's going to have to face the consequences of her actions in a court of law. She's tried as an adult and decides not to be tried by jury, leaving her fate to a judge. Despite the defense's claims that she lost consciousness, the evidence against her proves this claim was a lie, and the prosecution believes she crashed the car as an easy way out of the relationship.